guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. Today we're just gonna sit down and chit chat. Just feel like we're hanging out like girlfriends. So make sure you grab yourself a cup of coffee or your favorite cozy drink because it might be a little chatty today. But I thought answering your questions, I did a little question box over on Instagram a while back. I pulled from that and I thought that would be a great way to just kind of share a life update, share what's going on. We have a lot going on. We're in the middle of building a house. Some things have changed on my social media platforms. And so there's lots of questions whirling around. And Maggie's here with me. She's always with me, pretty much. But let's just dive right in. First question, what are you most looking forward to about the new house? Do you think you'll buy all new furniture? What am I most looking forward to? I would say that I'm really looking forward to the space, meaning this is the first time we will have lived on any kind of acreage. I don't think we've ever lived in a home that had more of a yard than I think a quarter acre. And so just having space to let my kids be kids, to like feel like there's breathing room, just sounds amazing to me. I'm very, very excited about that. Will we buy all new furniture? Definitely not. Now, there will be things I know we'll need to buy. Like I know that Caleb and I are gonna upgrade to a king bed from a queen, so we'll probably buy a new bed. And of course, there will be things that we purchase along the way, but I know there'll be lots of things we bring over from our current home. So I think it'll be a mixture of both. And I think the key is really just taking our time. And if a space is blank or bare for a while and we're waiting for just the right piece, that's okay. Or, I think back to when we moved into this house, I have moved furniture around so much, but that's the fun of homemaking and decorating, right? Like moving things around until you get it just how you like it. So I think there'll be a little bit of that as well. So yeah, hope that answers your question. I think it'll be a mixture of both. Another house question, what would you say the interior style is of the new house? Well, if you haven't seen like any of my house updates, the last one that I did, I think I called it like chatty home update, where I shared some of the house all framed out. I shared a little bit more about like the actual style and some of the design selections so you can get a better picture. But I would say that it's a mix between country farmhouse, like classic traditional country farmhouse, and European farmhouse. I kind of gravitate towards both of those styles, and so you'll see more of one over another in certain spaces of the home. Like I would say our kitchen is very European farmhouse, and our great room as well, some of the stone we've picked is European stone. But then the exterior of our home is definitely more traditional country farmhouse. So kind of mirroring the two styles together, which are very different. So it'll be interesting to see it all come together. And speaking of, somebody asked what has been the most difficult thing about building a house versus buying an existing home. This is my first time building a house. Caleb as well, like as in our marriage, it's our first time. And I would say that is the most difficult thing, is when you do a renovation, let's say in your kitchen, you only have to focus on one room and kind of making that room fit the rest of your house. When you build a house and you're starting from scratch, you're simultaneously designing every single room and having to make sure they marry together, they're cohesive, and that they work with one another. And I think making sure that you don't go too crazy with the design in one room so that it still flows with another has been a little bit tricky, but it's fun. And there are no rules. I mean, I have seen some beautiful homes that are eclectic and crazy in every single room, and it works. It just depends on you and your style. But for me, I found that to be a challenge. Okay, next question. Do you feel like your style has changed since losing weight? Also, are you going to share your capsule wardrobe soon? Has my style changed? A little bit, but not really. I've always been very simple with my wardrobe. I like to be comfortable. I like neutral staple pieces that I can just wear over and over and over again, like this turtleneck. I wear this like twice a week. It's cozy, it's lightweight, it works inside, but it's warm when I go outside. I can layer it. Yeah, I'm just your simple, basic girly. Jeans, a good sweater, a good turtleneck, a good t-shirt, and I'm good to go. So I'm kind of boring in the sense of style. But as far as a capsule wardrobe goes, I know I told you guys I was going to post a winter capsule wardrobe in January, and I had every intention of doing that. And then January's just kind of like flown by. We've had so much going on that I haven't been able to put it together. So now I'm thinking it makes more sense for me to take some time and really put something nice together for the spring, even like early spring, like maybe March. So let me know if that works for you guys. I do think that is something I would love to share with you, because I am big on simplifying your wardrobe, kind of creating that capsule wardrobe, and I think it would be fun to take you guys with me along that journey of putting something together for the spring months. What are some of your New Year's resolutions or goals? I love this. I love the new year. I am a sucker for the new year. I know that, you know, nothing magically changes on January 1st, but something about a fresh start is always nice. Some of my goals, let's see, I would love to have at least 2 no spend months. I have been really honed in on my budget this month, and I think it would be a fun challenge. I've still bought some little things here and there, so I would have failed had January been a no spend, but you know, if you don't know what that means, it's basically just buying literally what you need to get through the month, whether that's just food, like, and you can go as cheap or as extreme as you want with that. You know, not buying anything excess. Unless you are out of toothpaste, you're not buying toothpaste. Does that make sense? Like, no extra clothes, no extra, you know, decor, nothing. And I think that would be so fun to see how much money you could save in a month. So I want to do 2 no spend months this year. And then I really would like to establish that capsule wardrobe for each season. That's definitely a goal of mine, and kind of aspiring to do that as I'm kind of creating a new wardrobe for myself this year. Want to run the marathon, which, if you don't know, I talked about it in my last video, but I signed up. I'm running Bayshore Marathon in May 2024. And I would like to memorize some more scripture. So I'm working on memorizing the first couple of chapters of 1 Thessalonians this year. I usually try to do like small chunks of scripture and just take a whole year to memorize it. And I'll leave it random places, like in my car or on the bathroom mirror, or, you know, whatever. When I have my quiet time, I like to spend like the first 5 minutes meditating on whatever that memorization is, and then I dive into other reading. And I find that locking it away in your heart and having it memorized truly is life-changing. I mean, it's good. So yeah, simple, short and sweet. Those are my goals for this year. So yeah, that's that. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that was it. So I'm excited. Before we go any farther in today's video, I did kindly want to thank Betterhelp for sponsoring. I love Betterhelp. You guys know I've talked about them on my channel quite a bit in the last year, because they've truly just been a game changer for me. I have found that therapy has transformed almost every area of my life. It's been a very holistic experience, from my relationships to mentally, emotionally, even physically. And I could not recommend Betterhelp enough. And if you don't know, they're an online therapy platform that takes kind of the intimidation factor out of starting therapy. It's very relaxed, it's very easy, and it really makes therapy simplified. You guys know all about simplicity here on my channel, because you can have a therapy session over the phone, via video chat, or even through messaging on the Betterhelp app. It doesn't get much easier than that. So if you've ever been afraid to start therapy, or, you know, driving to the therapist, you just can't find the time, Betterhelp is really the perfect avenue for you. And Betterhelp can match you with one of over 30,000 licensed therapists. There is a big pool of therapists to choose from, which is great because they match you based on your preferences, your needs, maybe certain struggles you have. So you're definitely going to find someone with the right expertise. And to get started, all you do is fill out a questionnaire on the app. It's just going to be a simple questionnaire where you fill out maybe certain challenges you have or struggles or again, preferences that you have. And Betterhelp will match you with a licensed therapist in as little as 48 hours in most cases. And it's such a beautiful thing because you can schedule your therapy at a time that's convenient for you, and you don't have to deal with awkward breakups. If the first therapist that you are matched with isn't a great fit, that is no big deal. All you have to do is change therapists with the click of one button in your settings and with no additional cost to you. So I would encourage you to join the over 4 million people who have found therapy through Betterhelp, myself included, by going to the link down in my description below. It's betterhelp.com/Amy Fritz, and you'll get 10% off of your first month's therapy. So if you're thinking about therapy, consider Betterhelp, and a big thanks to them again for sponsoring today's video. Okay, next question. What made you start Miles with Amy? Would you consider starting a separate YouTube channel? Okay, so if you guys saw, I think I posted on YouTube community, so most of you have probably seen it, but if you're over on Instagram, then you've seen it as well. But back at the very beginning of January, so a few weeks ago now, 3-4 weeks ago, I started a new Instagram page called Miles with Amy. And my intention for this Instagram page was just to share kind of my running journey and share me training for this marathon coming up in May. I have found over the last 6 months or so, I really enjoy kind of sharing the running stuff a lot. And I was sharing it on my main Instagram account, and every time I shared it, I felt a little bit like cringy because I knew a vast majority of my followers didn't care about running content. Rightfully so, right? They didn't follow me for running content. They followed me for home decor, home inspiration, homemaking, all the stuff I usually share, maybe recipes or whatever. And so I started this account just for me, just for fun, just to have a personal space to document my training journey for this marathon. And it has exceeded my expectations, and it's been really fun to not have pressure, to not to feel like the people who are there want to be there. And so I've really enjoyed sharing on that account. I've also been sharing quite a bit of my what I eat in a day is over there, and different things like that. But would I ever start a separate YouTube and do kind of the same thing? No, I don't. Never say never, but I don't see myself doing that right now. And there's a couple of reasons, but the primary reason is that I know I wouldn't be able to give it the time and attention that it would require, and it would just be an added stressor to my plate that I just don't need in this season of life. I think it's okay to have different interests. I think it's okay to have different passions and different areas that you want to share in your life. And here on this YouTube platform, I've always tried to stay pretty true to myself. Try to stay somewhat within a niche, but it's okay for me to share a decorating video on a Monday and a what I eat in a day kind of healthy recipe video on a Thursday. And the people who want to watch the decorating video can watch that. The people who want to watch the recipe video can watch that. And if you want to watch both, I love you for that, and thank you. I don't think this channel needs to be a space where I'm stuck in a bubble. And as long as you guys are okay with that, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna keep posting what I love and what I'm passionate about. As we move into the house, you're gonna see tons of home content. As we move into the house, you're gonna see gardening content again. That's so different from running or the health journey stuff. I get that it's kind of all over the place, and that's not what we're used to seeing on social media these days, but that's who I am, and that's what I'm gonna share. And hopefully it'll keep you on your toes. It'll be fun and interesting, and just know that the main heart of my content is not going to change at all. I'm still going to share lots of home decor, lots of homemaking, but about 20 to 25% is going to be about healthy living and kind of that health journey aspect, because that's a huge part of me now. And that's okay if you don't want to watch it. No big deal. Just skip those videos. And then, you know, there'll be other stuff sprinkled in too. So that's where I'm at with that. Why I started the Instagram page, that was just fun. That didn't feel like any pressure. It's a lot easier to make content over there than it is here. And so I didn't want to, you know, commit to making multiple videos a week on 2 different YouTube channels. That just seemed like a lot. So for now, it's just me and what's going on. And there might be, you know, a health related video, healthy living related video one day and a home decor video the next. And hopefully that's okay. So hopefully that answers your question. And shameless plug, if you're not following me over at my main Instagram, Amy Fritz, or now my running Instagram, Miles with Amy, definitely go check it out if either of those interest you. What does your weekly workout routine look like currently? Would love to hear more about your workout journey from the beginning. What my current routine looks like right now today is so vastly different than what it looked like at the beginning. So, you know, it is a journey, it's a process. You gradually add more, you gradually build, you get stronger, your endurance and aerobic capacity builds, like so much changes. When I first started my journey, I've talked about this in other videos, but I incline walked 3 to 4 times a week for about 30 to 45 minutes. I just kept it really simple and just tried to get back in the habit of moving my body regularly. That was my primary goal. After having kids, I stopped exercising and I knew I wanted to get back into a healthy place of just feeling good and feeling like I was moving my body and treating it well. So that was the goal last year. 3 to 4 times a week, incline walking. And then 1 or 2 times a week, I would do like a weight training kind of video on YouTube or something. Sometimes I do something in the gym with my husband, but nothing crazy. And the reason I share that is to tell you, you don't need to have fancy equipment. You don't need to have a million routines and different people you follow and you buy plans from. You don't need to do that. Just, you know, maybe buy 1 pair of dumbbells and find 1 or 2 YouTube videos you like and just do them on repeat until you get in the habit of lifting weights, and then maybe go and search further or dig deeper or get that gym membership or whatever it might look like. But I'd encourage you, just get back in the habit of moving your body regularly and then let the rest figure itself out, because it really is a lot more simple than we think. And I think back now, you know, I started walking 3 to 4 times a week, and then, you know, walking turned to walking, jogging. That turned into jogging, then jogging turned to running, then running turned to racing. So if you give a mouse a cookie, she will sign up for a marathon. But no, I really enjoyed my fitness journey, but it's been very simple. I mean, I follow a pretty extensive running plan now, and I have a coach now, which is crazy, but have a running coach, and you know, we have a 3-day split that we do in the gym, and then a plan that I follow where I'm running, you know, 6 days a week. So it's pretty intense right now. It's not always going to look like that. I'm just really excited to train for this marathon and really want to push my body and see what I can do. But yeah, when I first started, it was so simple, so simple. I just focus on moving your body regularly and getting back into that habit, because that's really the goal. Next question says, when will you be moving and are you excited for a new garden? So I'm not totally sure yet when we'll be moving. I'm gonna guess it will be hopefully summer 2024, but I don't know yet if it'll be June or July. We're projected to be done kind of end of June, so it could go either way, hopefully not any longer than that. But I'm so excited to garden. I was telling my mom on the phone the other day, I am more excited about the outside of my home and the gardening aspect than I am to decorate the inside of the home. Which, if you've followed me for any length of time, I've shared kind of my landscape gardening journey of this current home, which we started with nothing, not a single shrub. And I'm gonna link down below some of our garden tours because I have put my blood, sweat, and tears into the exterior of this current house. And now I'm trying to decide, you know, come March or April, do I dig up a bunch of this stuff and take it over to the land so I don't have to buy, you know, a million new things for the new house to save money, or do I honor this home and the work I put into it and keep some of the stuff here? You know, I keep going back and forth. And so I think it'll probably be a mixture of both. I do foresee myself digging up some hydrangeas here and taking them to the new house, just because they are kind of pricey. And I have like 3 years of growth in some of these bushes, and I don't want to see, I want to see them grow up and continue to mature. But regardless, I plan on sharing lots of gardening content over at the new house, and I'm so excited about that. I might not be able to share a ton this coming summer, probably more landscaping than gardening this coming summer, but next summer, guys, get ready. It's gonna be super fun. What does your current cleaning routine look like? I need a new one for the new year. Any tips? Yeah, I needed a new one too. No. What is my current cleaning routine? It really hasn't changed since kind of simplifying everything. I have a weekly home blessing, typically on Mondays, where I take an hour and just kind of tidy things up. I usually sweep and mop a little bit. I take out all the trash. I kind of get my home company ready, if you will, at the beginning of the week, just to ensure that everything's kind of in its place. Doesn't mean it's perfect, doesn't mean it's deep cleaned, but I find that taking that hour once a week just to kind of surface clean everything and make sure it's somewhat put together really helps me stay on top of things for the rest of the week. One thing we have done, this is so funny, my husband started this with the kids. Started this little system with them to really make cleaning and chores a collaborative group effort. And so what we do, we have a whiteboard that we keep in the dining room. And the categories are dishes, laundry, the mudroom, which, because there's lots of coats and backpacks, and that can be a clutter zone. Dishes, laundry, mudroom, beds, so are the beds made, and what's the fifth one? Toys is the fifth category. And we bought these red, yellow, and green pins. What we do is, if we start to notice, like let's say a couple hours go by and the kids are home and things have gotten a little bit out of hand, we might put the red pin by toys. And you know, Caleb or I will be like, uh-oh, it's red. And then kids know, like, oh no, the goal is to have all of those categories green before everyone goes to bed at night. And it's been this fun, like, we don't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect, but collaborative effort to get everybody involved in the evening with kind of tidying up and cleaning up. And we have every day of the week down below, and we get to check it. You know, if we go to bed and everything's green, we check it. And if we get every day, Monday through Friday, on the weekend, we all pick something fun to do together as a family, whether it's go to a movie or, you know, go bowling or whatever it might be. And it's been this really fun thing, as there've been other ways we've done chores and handled things. And in this season, I think we're all so excited for the new house. It's been this fun, collaborative, just like group focus on keeping the house together, and it's been really effective. So maybe I'll show you guys the board in an upcoming vlog or something. It's not fancy at all. I think we got all the supplies over at Staples, and yeah, it's been great. Okay friends, so I think that's all the questions I'm going to answer for today. I don't want this to get too lengthy, but thanks for being here today. I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful for this platform that I get to create on, and I've been having so much fun with it, and I'm excited for what the future holds. I know this is kind of a weird season. I feel like we're in a little bit of limbo, but I'm trying to just bloom where I'm planted, enjoy making content today right where I'm at, and no matter what it is, whether it's home design or healthy living or gardening or, you know, whatever, cleaning, it doesn't really matter. I hope you know that when you come to my channel, my main priority and focus is really to just encourage you and leave you feeling motivated, inspired, happier than where you came in and leaving with more peace, because this world is such a crazy place right now. And everyone seems to try to act like they have it all together all the time and they have all the answers. And I am the first to admit that I know nothing. Like, I am not an expert in any of these areas. I'm just sharing my experience. And if I can help one mama out there, then so be it. But take everything I say with a grain of salt. Do your research, figure things out and what works for you. If anything, I just hope I can come alongside you and be a friend. That's really my goal and priority is, you know, for moms like me who are maybe staying home, who are in the trenches, or they're lonely, or maybe you're an empty nester kind of feeling lonely in a certain season. No matter where you're at, I hope you know that you have a friend here in this space. And no matter what the content is and what it entails, my goal is to encourage and empower you as a woman, whether it's through your health and your diet and your exercise, or how you care for your home, or how you care for your family, or how you prepare meals. Like, as women, we're asked and required of much. And it's almost impossible to put homemaking, womanhood, in a little bubble of content. It really does involve so many things, whether it be lifestyle or the clothing we have to pick, or, you know, like I said, what we're feeding our families. Like, there's just so much. And I'm realizing and learning I don't have to have all the answers to share content. It's okay to just share my experience, and it's okay to share it all here on this channel. I know not all my content is for everyone, like I mentioned before. We talked about that a little bit before, but if a video doesn't interest you, no big deal. Just skip that one and wait for another one, because I'm not picking one little box to fit in right now in this season. I'm trying to just have fun with it, and hopefully you are too. So all that to say, that was really, that was a lot. Sorry, I just unloaded on you. Thank you, friend, for letting me do that. All that to say, hope you leave today feeling encouraged, inspired, maybe a little less lonely in this world. You have a friend here on my channel, and I'm thankful for you. So I will see you guys really soon in my next one. Until next time, bye.